Hi, welcome to Cherie's Weight Loss Journey. Welcome back. Um, I already did my lightweight exercises. I kind of timed my lightweight exercises. My lightweight exercises, even on a short day like today, they're 45 minutes. I'm like, what? That's lightweight? Well, I guess in a way it is. I have to go to work today. We're not going to be the island girl at work. No, we're not. Um, I did a post, and this is in regards to John 14 verses 15 through 18. This is what some of the struggle was about. Was people were actually thinking that they could joust their way into spirituality, and that's not true. Okay, it's done through obedience. Hold on. By obedience, that means following the 10 Commandments, staying away from the 7 deadly sins, right? And giving gratitude and being charitable towards others. Okay? However, of course there are people out here who don't believe that. Matter of fact, there's people out here who don't even believe in God, right? They believe that they just occurred from their thoughts, and it's not really their thoughts. We do have a certain amount of power through our thoughts, and anyway, they went hard. They went hard trying to figure out, just how far they can go, using their thoughts, right? But, they need to understand and know that you really should not try to outthink the one that gave you your smarts, your thoughts, right? The one that thought you into existence. Okay? So, it is the 4th of January, 2025. Yee, yeah. Love it, love it. I have made a new goal, right? 30 to 40 pounds within the next 4.5 months. That shouldn't be difficult, and I know I can do it. Okay? Basically by staying away from the sugars and the carbs and increasing my protein, making sure that, I get at least an hour of activity a day, incorporating some heavy weights at least once to twice a week, even if it's not large. I could start off small. Okay, I can start off small. I can do sets of 8, right? Just do sets of 8, and I'm gonna do it. Also, yeah, cutting down on the salts. I mean, we love the sensations of spices and salts. We really do. However, if you can add flavor to your food, try to use herbs. Try to use herbs instead of some of these spices, because they add salt to the spices. And we want to stay away from becoming diabetic or high blood pressure. We want to stay away from those things, because those are so easy, to fall into without even knowing it. I did not buy my protein snacks online or have them delivered to me. I decided to go with real food. For lunch, I brought my chicken salad. Of course, it has the spinach, the cabbage, the bacon bits, the eggs, the pumpkin seeds, the sunflower seeds. Yeah, with Thousand Island dressing that, I'm going to add the water to when I, get ready to eat it. So I get more, it's more liquefied, and I'm not eating so many calories in every bite. All right. And then I also have a cup of beans, right? And the beans, they are flavored with pepper jack cheese. Yes. But I only have a cup of it. Okay? I'm able to kind of ease up a little bit on my diet right now. Okay? And I'm going to ease up. Not give in, but ease up on my diet. Right? These next 2 weeks. So that I can stay strong. I want to stay strong, right? I don't want my muscles to break down, okay? And I'm not really reaching the 100 grams of protein, right? When I get to the point where I can eat 100 grams of protein a day and still stay within, my 1,200 to 1,500 calorie intake, then I'll be doing pretty good. I'll be back on track. So I'm not really worried about it. But I still have to try to keep my portion size small, because once my stomach expands, I want to fill it up. I want to fill it up for real. Okay? So I also have me 2 boiled eggs and 1 hot link. So I got plenty of food. I got my Quest bars. This here is the chocolate chip dough flavored. I haven't tried those. I hope they're good. I think they'll be just fine. I also have my Atkins protein drinks. So really, I should be just fine, with, sustenance that I'm gonna need to keep moving forward. Now, I do realize, because there's a more immediate pull on my muscles when, I'm active or working out, that it resembles pain. Okay? Which is something that, you're really not used to or it's a discomfort. Let's say that it is. It's a discomfort, especially when, you're used to having a large reserve, of fat that you use to draw your energy from, right? It's just a way of recognizing that there's a new system in place. And all changes have a certain amount of discomfort to it. Okay. That doesn't mean that, I'm not going to, have a snack, a healthy snack, if I want to buy one today. Like I said, I'm giving myself a little bit of leniency above, my regular dietary plan. Not instead, but above. So if I eat what I have and I'm still hungry, that means I'm allowing myself, to indulge. You understand? So, a lot of people will call folks, crazy because they're talking with their spiritual guide, right? When, you're in dire straits or obedient, God will send you guides, angels, depending on, your level of need. And they will, they're there to help you stay on your purpose. A lot of people, they don't hear the voice of God. They're disobedient to God's commandments, and they consider themselves, a God by making up their own rules. Okay, and that's the devil. That's the devil, right? And the devil is really a spiritual concept, right? Just like Satan is a spiritual concept. Just like Lucifer, right? Lucifer is more of a lustful spiritual concept. Satan is more of a satanic, which involves a lot of sadistic behavior. So those three concepts are three different entities. And these entities are spiritual concepts or systems. Because if you utilize them or you indulge in them, then you're traveling down that system. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So, but once you're attuned, to your spiritual guardians, right? You can call on spirits, but there are both bad and good spirits out there, right? And don't automatically assume that your ancestors are good spirits, because they could be bad spirits. All right? So you have to be cautious and use your discernment. What else? And this is written, it's hidden in the book of John, chapter 14. And if you read verses 15 through 18, the King James Version, they speak in such a way that it's hard for people to truly understand what it means. I suggest that, you go to the many different interpretations of these scriptures that, you're studying. Now, some people, they're like, no, I'm only studying from this one Bible. Well, that's cool if it's speaking a language that you understand. But a lot of people will read stuff and not have the true understanding of things. They don't have the cognitive ability to understand. And sometimes it could be just because they're not ready, right? But a lot of times people need things to be phrased in a different way. That is why they have different versions of the Bible. Okay? It just depends on, how your cognitive abilities were developed. Now, there are some people who have built their cognitive abilities in a certain way and, have disrupted their cognitive abilities because of the drugs and the alcohol, and and then incorporating parts of the three wicked systems. Okay? So good news is I went and seen that, oh my gosh, I got a raise. I'm like, oh, whoopee, I got a raise. So that was great. Because I had thought that, I had plateaued, and to get a raise and to realize that I had not plateaued is definitely a good feeling. Of course, it wasn't no fantastic raise, but a raise is fantastic. Yes. I'm also going to have to go and see if I can buy, if I'm authorized to buy a new pair of work shoes. That would be fantastic. Because I'm telling you, man, some of these shoes, you try to buy them with support, and then, the constriction hurts your feet after a few hours. Other ones, you try to buy them for comfort, and then they just lose support, after about the first month. Right? It's like, dang. something that I want to look into. I've been doing pretty good, on my aesthetic routine. How do I look? Today, instead of wearing the eyelashes, I put on mascara. Can you tell? I can tell, right? So I feel pretty good about that. When I go to work, I don't really plan too much activity because I give so much of myself, having to do these long 10-hour shifts. I just do. I keep hoping that, this would become more automatic to me and that, I won't have to worry about adjusting. But, it is what it is, I have to also understand that, I'm not a young chick, right? But I'm still a lady, all right? Which, by the way, is how I prefer for men to refer to women instead of using the word female. Can we go back to calling ladies either ladies or women? That's it. That's it. Right? You go back to that and we might start, maybe that will, inspire y'all men to become gentlemen, right? Ladies, gentlemen, right? Men, women, female, male. Okay, all right. So two of my favorite videos, content creators had not posted in the last 2 days. The Public Offender and Itchy Boots. I'm hoping they are just on vacation because I like to watch them, right? I find them to be entertaining and educational at the same time. So, Itchy Boots, my prayers are going out to you. But she had already told us her plan was only to be in Iraq for a short amount of time. Then she was going to go back into Iran. What? Now, it could be that Iraq, doesn't have the infrastructure of access to internet or satellite. It could be. It just could be. Or they could have held her up as being some type of spy, or investigating her to see if she's a spy. I don't know. But hopefully that would be the worst of it, right? And that they're not abducting her, because she's a female, and they want to do lewd and atrocious things to her. And basically, if they was to do something like that, it would be in retaliation, to disgrace, the white counterpart. She's not American. She's actually from the Netherlands, and the Europeans don't seem to have beef with, the Caucasian Europeans. Who they have beef with is the Western Europeans, such as the UK and America. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But, nothing that she has done in her travels, disgraced any of the countries that she traveled through. It was all educational and it was all positive. So I don't see how, they can punish her when she's promoting and exposing cultural knowledge, historical cultural knowledge. So, prayers go out to her that, she gets back on track into downloading her videos, and that, she continues to make her money. I did come across a video of a guy, that I was looking at, and I was a little disappointed, but then at the same time, I could see he was trying to get on the right track, which was spiritual SO, right? Spiritual SO, right? He was telling men how, to be spiritual, how to fast, how to connect, with the spiritual realm, and then he fell off, right? This man is a young man. He has over 1 million subscribers, and he came on my algorithm, and he basically was stating that he knew he fell off, and that it was his goal to get back on track. And I hope that for him. I do. He's a young man, and granted, young men have the tendency, to definitely make mistakes. So hopefully, like I said, he'll get back on track, and take it seriously, because it's one thing not to know about spirituality, but once you know about spirituality, you are held at a higher accountability. Okay? You're held at a higher accountability than, say, somebody who, didn't know. Meaning, defiance is treated more harshly by karma than, say, just ignorance. Ignorance will come across more like consequence, right? But defiance comes across more like you know, punitive consequences. Okay? Yeah. So, good luck to spiritual SO. And hopefully, him coming out and it actually giving a testimony that he fell out, it's kind of like repenting. Hopefully, you know. So yeah. A lot of us that are on the spiritual journey, we're connected. We're connected, but we're not as one. Okay? We are individuals. We all have our individual journeys. We have our individual strengths. We have our individual weaknesses. I had to go online and basically tell people that, there's 16 different types of empaths out here, right? And it's not just the ones that you're familiar with. Unless you're familiar with all 16. And if you are, my God, I congratulate you for having a vast awareness. Okay? I guess I'll park over here. By the lights. That way I can turn off some of my lights. And, yeah. I still have a few minutes before I have to go inside. I am pretty early. I have 40 minutes before I have to start work. I'm still waiting to hear my God name. I've been waiting on this for, about 4 months now. 5 months. No. I've been waiting on it for about, years, honestly. But I'm patient. me put you on pause for a minute. Okay, I'm kind of afraid to go online right now and see about, the shoes, the work shoes. Because if I get cut off, then I'll have to, start up another video. And I don't want to really start up another video right now. Definitely going to make sure that I get proper arch support when I get the new shoes. So yeah, I've been finding it easier to incorporate my routine, and it goes a lot faster now. It almost makes me a little embarrassed how I was humming and hawing about doing it. Right? And honestly, like I said, when I was younger, I had no problems. Every day I had a facial routine. I put on, makeup, every day. Easy. Even if it was just, a little bit, just enough to make me feel good. That's all it was for, to make me feel good about myself. I never understand why, people of color makes it seem like, wearing makeup is a bad thing. And it's like, I mean, even if you go back into, tribal times, they used, forms of makeup or body painting. Okay? So I'm not understanding the disconnect. I just don't understand their disconnect. But it could be that people just, have something to say, and most of the time what they have to say is negative. Right? I guess there are some people out here, looking for a cookie because they feel like, they might have, natural or beautiful genes, or they're just naturally attractive or whatever, right? But we all seen people who, on the outside, look very attractive, but then once, you see who they are on the inside, they become very, very ugly people, right? Very ugly. And you'll never see them the same way. And they don't understand that at all. But maybe, as they grow, they will. Because things change as you get older. As you get older, you start to try to hold on to the things that, you were gifted with in your youth, as far as, your intelligence, your flexibility, your strength, your health, your good looks, all of those things, they start to fade. And then that's when you'll start to realize that, oh my God, it usually starts after about 36 years old. but it's real small, right? You're not really quite aware of it unless you had some major illness or something that really sets you back. But about 36, that's when you make that last push, to utilize, your gifts. And then, about 40, that's when, you take a step back and you're like, oh, wait a minute, you know, uh, you start realizing that instead of expending your energy, you want to preserve or utilize your energy in a conservative way so that you're not exhausting your energy before you had a chance to replenish your energy. So yeah, uh, I forgot to see what the temperature was out here. Okay, so the temperature is 54 degrees. Not bad, right? At least we're not in the 40s. Um, I'm telling you, I really must be in a keto state because, I perspire even when it's cold, even when I'm inactive, and I'm like, my gosh, whew, right? Even when I sleep, oh my gosh, I'm just drenched around my neck and shoulders. And it does make me feel, uncomfortable. Because my sweat is something else. I'm telling you, my sweat is something else. I mean, I'm really wondering, you know, why my sweat seems to be so acidic. So I'm putting 2 protein drinks in my backpack, and I'm gonna put another 2 in my lunch bag, right? And of course, it's my favorite, right? The Atkins coffee mocha flavor. It's delicious. Delicious. So I'm gonna put 2 in the lunch bag that I'm hoping I'll be able to put inside of a cool refrigerator space. Then I have the Quest protein protein bars, right? It's got 4 carbs, 1 sugar. Let me see how much fiber it has. That's interesting. I never looked. Da, 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 da. Hmm. Oh, good. It has 12 grams of fiber. That's good. So I'm going to put 2 in my backpack. I'm going to put 2 in my backpack. I'm going to leave 1 in the car. Yeah, so that I can have it after work. And then 1 in my lunch bag. Okay. So, yeah. I think I'm prepared. I do. If not, they have vending machines. They have protein drinks, Monster drinks. They have I think one time I even seen some Power Milk in one of the concession areas. And I was like, that's interesting. I have not tried it. I've seen some people who have Monster Milks, as a backup, to their dietary plan. Not Monster Milk, Power Milk. Anyway, I don't even know the name of it. Oh yeah, I also have me some Premier Protein cereal flakes. Just in case, I decide I want to buy a Greek yogurt. So, that's very satisfying. And it does seem more like a dessert. So, I'm good. I'm good. Hold on. So, I cannot even tell you how hard, the spiritual community has had to work lately. Okay? And shout out to the spiritual world, right? Because they really did try to create World War III. And, this was something that they have been trying to do for like the last 2 years strong, right? They want some kind of apocalypse, as a way to, rebel and reject, the New World Order. They swear up and down that the New World Order is going to be horrible. They don't even know what the New World Order is going to be or what it's even going to feel like, but they've already rejected it because they don't want to change. Stop it. Try it out. Then, present your petitions as to why it's not good. And then, you may be entitled to reject because you tried it. Right? But right now, we have the option of, getting on the first wave, and you're trying to stop people from getting on the first wave. You really need to stop it. So, anyway, shout out to the spiritual community who's been doing all of this hard spiritual work in the background, for these humanoids. Yeah, they don't even know what's going on. I understand that a lot of people feel like, they were involved in the old system of things, of lies, secrets, and, privilege, and you had got involved and you feel like, you're owed, something from that system. If you had transitioned seamlessly, you never would have lost. You would have only gained. But instead, you chose to rebel, thinking that a new system was going to deny you, anything that, you felt like you deserved or was promised. And you went dark. You went dark. So now you can't just seamlessly transition, because, you did some fucked up shit in your rebelliousness. And that has consequences. Okay? If you're magical, you can work through it expediently. If you're not, if you lost your powers, oh well, it sucks to be you. I think that's all I have to say. Not trying to be harsh or anything, but let's just keep it real. All this escapisms and all of this hacking and scamming and, trying to, achieve rewards without appropriate deeds. Stop it. I think one of the worst atrocities that you had done recently was try to actually get property deeds that didn't belong to you. You were stealing them from people who actually owned that property. Stop it. Just stop it. Anyway, I'm going.